display that. Okay. Window capture it is. Could be also something with my Steam. This'll do, I guess. Hello. I'm here to answer your questions. Anything and everything about Resonite, mainly art related, but yeah. Yeah. Just here in a grid building world, probably going to be tinkering with things while answering you guys' questions. Let's see here. I'll check something as well. I'm like paranoid, I'm gonna break something else right now. And yes, Shundalak, the one time you're in the stream, everything breaks. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I just remembered what I was gonna do. Discord. Checking the office hours questions for prior week, because today is the 18th. I go to the art team office hours. Okay. Well, for those of you tuning in, you can always watch the art team office hours after the fact on YouTube or on Twitch. I still have yet to upload the previous ones, and there are forum posts each week for those that aren't able to tune in right now. Yeah, or those that want to ask questions ahead of time as well. I did create a new one in this week, so yeah. Do have a few questions here. I guess we'll start with this one. Softball question. Talk about my sono or my character. It's a wolf. Cyber wolf thingy. Kind of like how Frooks calls his character a space wolf thingy. Nothing really too much other than, well, armor and neat gadgets and circle magic thingy, space magic. Not really too much other than that. Maybe more headcanon in the future. Here's a good question from Nuki-kun. What's the content team working on lately? Well, the beginner's experience. Basically remaking the tutorial that Resonite has from the ground up. Basically blank slate, except for getting all the feedback and things that we need to improve the platform itself that would be good to have for this, and collecting it together. We're still in the concept kind of phase right now. We're also working on the universe project, which is like for those of you who don't know, it's a older project that Fruks had that has it's kind of like an educational interactive experience where you can explore the scale of the universe from subatomic particles all the way to the observable universe and anything in between. And you can even put in your own objects to kind of see the scale, depending on what it is compared to other objects within that similar scale. Like, say, if somebody brings in a Death Star or a Halo ring, and they can put in the numbers and uh, plug it into this device, like cube thing, of like its bounding box radius or diameter, and it'll add it to the experience in your own session, which is pretty neat. And going on to a bit more specifics, been going through and seeing what kind of GitHub issues that would be good to add to our list of things that we would like to update not only the tutorial experience but also quality of life of Resonite, whether it be for accessibility or making the new tutorial run better or with features that'll make it nicer looking or work better. Now, another question from Nuki-kun. Usually a lot of what the content team works on depends on priority. There is some ways, like how anything within the GitHub have when it comes to things like upvoting GitHub issues to see what people want, but a lot of it also depends on what are the needs of the platform. And I think if it's like a content related thing that say like if it's props or whatnot that we're lacking, I think a big thing that'll help people is a way to be able to search items, avatars, and objects and stuff like that within your inventory that other people have uploaded, kind of like a Steam Workshop like system, but built into Resonite. Hence why we call it like a workshop system that Brooks was talking about. Oh, hello. I see more folks tuning in. Yeah, earlier I was having some technical difficulties, but now I'm back up and running. And as Shundalak notes, GitHub issues can also be used for content issues requests, but yeah, depends on priority. A lot of our time is going to be spent, probably literally months, working on extensively the tutorial and the the universe, which likely will be done before then. Hydration. And yeah, as well as occasionally we tend to work with our business partners when it comes to like building things like, for example, virtual office spaces, or Ravi's been working on that meeting system that we also use for our team meetings, that we also provide as a piece of, well, I guess software or content for them. It's kind of hard to categorize that, but yeah. We do have another one too, and a few more. This yet again from Nuki-kun. Would said universe have planets in the solar system? Yes, and including the solar system itself as a scale. So I can like go into projects here, universe. Where is it? Assets, plants, trees, wavelengths, biology, geology, planets and moons. There we go. There's Earth. And we got Mars. I got the moon. I have stolen the moon now. Venus. Many others. Not to scale. I'm going to scale these down. And plenty others. Remember also making rings for things like Jupiter and Neptune even. Yeah, Fruits tasked me to steal the rest of the solar system. So, yeah, I've been busy. Saturn already had its rings, but I added like some of the other ones. They're not much known, and it's pretty cool to have like the rings visible, even though they're not really as visible to visual light. There's Uranus, also with rings. Though I probably need to rotate the rings 90 degrees. And Neptune, which will probably have to update its color. This is actually its false color. It looks more like Uranus in actuality. and many asteroids and funky looking ones. This one looks like a chicken leg. Or is this the one that looks like a duck at a certain angle? I think one of them was, and I chose that one to get it because NASA has all these models of like their satellites or even some European Space Agency ones, things like the little Mars helicopter, and quite a few other things as like free models that you can download off of their own website, including things like the asteroids, but they're like STLs, so I had to go into there and optimize them. Actually, but I want to go even larger. Where is it? Stars. There we go. I have the power of the sun in the palm of my hand now. And yes, this is the same sun that's in the sun tool and in the original tutorial as well. So it's been reused multiple times. Although now there's a newerly discovered largest star in the universe so far. And it's even larger than the largest one in the universe project, so that'll be pretty neat to add. Alright. Let's go even larger scale and let's get nebulas. Oh, it's only visible because it looks at the user. There we go. A nice nebula in the sky. Oh, this one's pretty cool. That one's like an hourglass. The Butterfly Nebula. And that other one is the Kepler Supernova? Supernova. Words. This one's actually pretty cool as well, too. That one is the Ring Nebula. Got a Cat's Eye Nebula. There's plenty others. I'm gonna grab galaxies, so let's get even larger. I don't know why I'm just spawning these. So that we have nice set pieces. Here's our galaxy. We're somewhere on one of the arms. That one's not Andromeda. Where is it? The Sombrero Galaxy. That's another one, too. There's Andromeda. And then galaxy clusters. Actually, this is technically a brush stroke, but it pretty much shows like how galaxies would be clustered together. And of course, the all-encompassing observable universe. The palm of my hand. Tastes like cotton candy. I'll just leave some of these in the background. I shall move that there. Yeah, I've seen people use these for like skybox elements in their own worlds, which is pretty neat. Oh, and almost that one. There we go. We do have quite a few more questions here, too. Kind of got a little carried away here. This is a good question from Amelia Post. Are there instructions to that asset scattering tool? It's not on the wiki. I have yet to make that on the wiki. There's plenty of other things I do want to add to the wiki as well, too. Yeah. And the last time I saw you use it was still in pre-release. Yeah, it's pretty much out now, but I do want to get to documenting it. Yeah, that is definitely something I want to document and also improve too, with making it easier for uh, folks, say folks that are using desktop mode and such, which can help a lot. So, Ghost Z36 asks, Aegis, can you remind me, please, the name of the Tron-like world? I want to use it as a grid world to make my own things. This world is yet to be published. There's a few more things I have to set up here, but yeah, it's pretty much a kind of a grid world that you can just build things in. You can change the default color of it, and yeah. So I'll let you know when I publish this thing. Eventually, I want to use this place as like a quote unquote dev playground so that like I can post like a lot of example objects for people to mess around with. Ah, Nuki has a question real quick about the planets and such for USFN use. They will be released once the universe is out, as well as everything that it comes with, whether it be the attribution if it's CZ BY or CZ0, as well as like all the custom assets that we model. And we got a good question from Shundaluk as well too. And to remind everyone too, from Shundaluk as another comment, as always, anyone else can also contribute to the wiki as well. Now the question here is, what do asteroids taste like? It's very rich in iron, as well as has a dusty kind of texture, kind of like a powdered donut. Though I kind of don't like the taste of iron. It's like, yeah. And yes, Modern, to answer your question, those galaxies are from the universe. Our universe in particular. Yeah, yeah, they are. Someone asked about the universe because I was replying to a question about what are we working on. Universe is one of them, so I just started spawning stuff from it, including the. I just casually have the observable universe right here, and I said it tasted like cotton candy. Yeah. But yeah, I've noticed some other folks tuning in. I see Autumn Blessings in the chat as well too, a bit earlier, and also Tom Tam. Welcome, welcome. And Amelia, Bongmaster as well. Yeah, we had to call off today. Had some doctor's appointment stuff set up for today, so he. I'm gonna try to get a multi-tool here. Yeah, earlier I had like those of you tuning in earlier had like the strangest thing happening with OBS again. For some reason, I could hear myself, which was voice jamming me, as well as Resonite just wouldn't be picked up by Streamlabs OBS. So right now, it's technically running off of my desktop viewpoint, but hey, at least it's here. Wonder if I could get the audio real quick, so that in case if I bring in an object that has audio, capture audio beta. Yippee. There we go. Hmm. Okay. Welcome to the chat, Sadin. I think I may as well tinker on some things I was working on previously while answering your questions. Let's start with this. Those of you who watch the moderation office hours, this is Veer's halo that floats above his head. I've been modifying a custom-made Tron disc that I had to replace it with that. I made it so that wherever I look, it flies to where it goes. Now, the only few things left I have to do with this in particular is pretty much replace the sound effects, I think. I'm gonna do a check on the protoflux here. See if there's any more things I can rip out. Oh, yeah, those. And I can just take that out. This and this. I don't think that really is needed anymore. If that equals to that, that is not used. Though I'm kind of afraid of unplugging it right now. It isn't too much to remove. That should be good for now. And I'll do some hunting for some sounds later. But yeah, with this one, I've been recreating it from scratch from an old game. To scour the internet for references. As well as I'm thinking of making a custom one for the essentials as well too. One made out of entirely procedural meshes. And textures. It's like that rainbow gradient is also made out of textures. Or procedural gradient mesh. Or not gradient mesh, but texture, you know what I meant. Yeah. Thinking of having this have multiple different kinds of features and such. There's one more thing I may as well check while I'm working on projectile systems. And folks, feel free to ask questions if you have any. I'm definitely open. I'm just gonna be here tinkering on things while stopping and asking or answering your questions. Wondering if I can deduplicate this. At least part of it. I likely can. I'm also gonna make this attached to me. Would you put some planets in a scattering tool since they're out anyways, or is it the bad an idea? I am going to find that tool real quick. It's not under miscellaneous, it's under custom. There we go. Great. At least I still have your questions on the Streamlabs OBS. Damn. Habit. That's like where my multi-tool would be. Muscle memory. Broken. I'm not gonna have this attached. Alright. Take care. Actually, I could probably scale that down. Also steal this, put that there. Steal this, put that there. Steal this, put that there. Let's just casually take Saturn. Neptune. The Sun. Earth. Venus. Mars. Uranus. The Moon. ESQT, I think it's called. And maybe a galaxy? Sombrero Galaxy it is. Oh, I'm gonna have to unequip this to scale it down. Awesome. And I think I have the observable universe in there somewhere too. I have like pretty much the entire universe and a few extras of stuff in the universe in my hand. Do you have the moons too? I do have a few of not all of like things like Jupiter's moons, or there's some moons like Ganymede and Enceladus, and Phobos and Deimos for Mars, and like Charon, which is Pluto's moon. Oh, it's still using the default cone assets that are within there. Internal use orbs. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh yay, Z fighting. That's why those oh man, it's even doing the random scale. Now we're engulfed in the sun. 2 suns to be exact. I'm still at a solid 80. There's nothing really much on these other than like a few locale string stuff and animated materials depending on what it is. Like even the gas giants have like a slight warbliness to them to make that atmospheric haze or disturbance. Even Mars has a very faint atmosphere. And where's Venus? There we go. There's like a lot of cloudiness, and even Earth itself. There it is. It was like embedded in Neptune. And even this has like animated clouds. Earth particles? Well, the thing is about that, I can't put Earth with all its like effects as a particle. However, you see we conveniently have a projectile system right here. Alright. Question is, where did I leave it? Template and data. There we go. Okay, let's just Shove this in there. Oh my god. I am going to remove its colliders, as it will collide with itself. Alright, let's also increase its variables. Let's see here. Physics, there we go. Initial velocity, 300. Alright. Now, we're going to use planets as ammunition. I guess not. What happened here? Templates. Projectile. Okay, I'm gonna just put that there. Or is it so absurdly big that we're not even able to see it? Alright. Should have just done this first. Oh, there it is. Well, there we go. Oh, okay, I know why. It's because of the object pool. Now how this works is it pre-made projectiles. So I'm going to delete the pre-made ones. It's so that it can recycle projectiles. That's why. Now, the power of Resonite. Can I make it bounce? Sort of. What happened to the projectile when it bounces? Is it like visual? Yeah, it's under there. Just it using? Why is it disappearing? Ricochet decal. Subemitter decal. Okay, those are strange. I guess I found another bug on this thing. But yeah, I am launching the Earth. Why did the chat restart? Oh, on here, if I have this attached to me, I have a context menu option here to clear all. And if I don't have this attached to me and I grab my multi-tool, it's right here where I can like change the multi-tool tools by default. And yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, now yeah, you can literally toss planets and galaxies. At that point, you'd be reenacting Gurren Lagann with galaxies. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's get a galaxy and throw it like a frisbee. Come on, grab it. Laser. Grab it. There we go. We're at this point in the streams. Let's see here. Oh, wait. Well, it might be easier to do it with Veers since there's only one visual on it. I'll take this. Remove or hide the collider for now. And go to visual root here. Boop, boop, and boop. There we go. Actually, let's scale it down slightly less. And then we can hide that. Copy this, because we're going to need this. The projectile itself. Hide that for now. And I just bounced a galaxy across the floor. For those unfamiliar with Gurren Lagann, it's an anime that involves giant robots that could be the size of almost the universe. including throwing galaxies like shurikens, which is insanity. Welcome to the stream, Yippee Gaming. If anybody has any questions about Resonite, feel free to ask. Or I will answer to the best of my ability, while also be fiddling around as I casually chuck the Milky Way like a frisbee bouncing off of the ground. Only things you can only say in Resonite. Just like how you can accidentally delete the floor. Just like if you talk about this to a normal person without context, they'll think you're high. Something. It's like anything with VR or games. If you think about like that, I accidentally made the floor grabbable. That happened the other day. Or was it when the floor got disabled? One of the two. Yeah, I was in a world where that accidentally happened. Be careful when using your tools, folks. It was grabbable. Ah, here's a good question from TomTam. Would there be a reason not to use avatar protection on non-avatar assets? In some cases, it could break how they interact with certain things, but not off of the top of my head, but it's best to understand that it's the term simple avatar protection, where it's not meant for like a be-all end-all kind of thing where it allows like complete security. Because right now, it's just like a way of helping users to prevent like basic interactions on things, say like saving an object or say equipping an avatar. Hence why it's called not or avatar protection, simple avatar protection. But off the top of my head, usually it's interaction between other users that might break. If it's a object or a tool or some kind, you can also on a tool, even for example, while we're hiccup, damn. On that subject, for any grabbable, you can have only for users and have like a whitelist. You got active user filters as well as only for users of whoever you type out or drag the reference in there. As well as additional tags you can add to that could come in handy. Things like destroy block, duplicate block, grab block, search block, etc. There we go. I must hydrate. Where is my water? It's almost gone. So I have my water bottle, which is over here. Oh, man. There we go. I see your next question there, Satan. Yeah, I can go over those camera rigs. How to add the camera? Well, good thing I am using a streamer camera for this, because that's what you're gonna need. Unless if you want to use the other camera, you'd have to manually attach it, but those were built for uh, the streamer camera that you see through right now. So if I go to, where was it? Tool, camera rigs. Okay, Resonite Essentials, Tools, Camera Rigs. We got 2 of them here. This one was made by Chroma. Now it has what is called a camera anchor on it. It's not visible to this camera because it's only visible to players and not cameras. So what this does, it is kind of like a gimbal. It levels the camera, while also it has a way to have like tilt and FOV changing, because you can change the FOV of a camera per camera anchor. Kind of showcase this. Like there's an invisible camera like moving like this and that, so it's not going to be visible in the camera, but yeah, it's there. The second one, however, is a selfie stick, which is completely invisible on camera, but if I click on the camera anchor that's on it, as you can see, I can move the camera around. It's on a semi-transparent extended kind of pole that extends out of this handle. I can pull it towards me in a way, as well as slide it left and right. Say if I'm grabbing this with the left hand or the right hand, I can adjust it. As well, it has a few options on the radio menu as well too. There we go. Can change the FOV here too, and have it auto look at the user or not. So if I turn that off, now it's like it's permanently attached to it. Wait, why is it? Oh, I think maybe something changed. More FOV. Less FOV. I have a nice zoom in my hologram armor, or energy armor. But yeah, that should cover it. I've seen people have made camera rigs with programmed mathematical curves for like smooth movements between points, like Bezier curves and such. So I've seen some of those out there that people have made, and it's pretty neat. Why do I have like that congestion? That's weird. Just all of a sudden. Oh. We are nearing the end of the stream though. So if anybody has any last minute questions, we'll be ending it off in about 5 minutes. But yeah. Shouldn't have luck. That is a good reminder. If I go into our team projects folder, assets, gadgets, auto equip accessories, may as well showcase this as well. There have been still more progress being made on this system. For those who aren't familiar, This is the Avatar Auto Equip Accessory System, or AEA, as we ended. Oh, I forgot I added that non-grabbable thingy on it. I'm making a mess out of this session, aren't I? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, this will be a system where you can create your own objects to attach to your avatar. Say, like, if you have things like bracelets or rings or hats or helmets or whatnot, have things attached to your avatar as simple as that. Here's like a bit of a prototype version. As you can see, it attached to my finger, this glass sphere. You'll be able to take this and apply it to. Oops. There we go. Yeah, say you can attach these to a pedestal here and attach like any kind of object to that pedestal, and it will get attached to that accessory. So say if you wanted to make the planet Mars a head accessory, you can do that. And say you go through the settings here, once it's fully polished out, this settings right here goes over the amount of bones it can attach to. There'll be a more intuitive one where it'll show like the T-pose bone sets and such. So it'll be easier for newer folks to select which bones to connect to, as well as a way to see or edit your accessory and bake it together, creating a new accessory altogether. Now, all in all, this has been a community-driven collaboration project. As Shundalak mentioned, they are one of the folks working on this, as well as Tom Tam and Paradox 19, as well as some of us on the team as well, right? He helped me a bit with the UI as well, as of late. It is not public yet. It is still a work in progress. As well as there's a tool that will be coming with this to basically erase attachments that you attach to your avatar on accident. Say you attach one and you can do a baking action to basically permanently embed it on your avatar, because what it does, it'll delete all the unnecessary things like the grabbable, the protoflux on it, and any other variables except for things that will allow it to detect things. And you'll be able to use a tool to basically either remove them off of your avatar completely or specific ones. Specifics with how it's going to work will depend on how it gets implemented. In this case, I'm going to just delete this one here. There. Yeah. I've seen previous systems take the attachment system and use it mainly with like specific bones, like the head bone or the hands bones, but this one we wanted to make sure that you can customize it on anything. Man, what is with me today? Even my physical body is having hiccups, just like how the stream did this morning, or this evening. Yeah, I am too excited. And thank you, also, both of you in chat, helping working on this, this tool. This is going to help a lot of people, and including, like, those of us on the team who want just simple stuff to attach to their avatar. Yeah. And speaking of contributions, I go to the Resonite Essentials. Right next to the camera that you can spawn out there, it's also our supporters board as well too. Shows all of our top tier supporters right here. And this is only a fraction of the amount of folks that have helped us support Resonite, whether it be on Patreon or on our Stripe powered subscription for like your storage, cool name badges, and name badges, and also certain tiers gives you things like a custom badge or a custom 3D badge, storage, group storage, headless, quite a few other things. And it helps keep Resonite alive and keeps us working on the things that we can work on and not have to worry about, other things or obligations. Yeah. Thank you all. As well as, since while we're winding down, I'll also mention that the Discord has the forum post where you can ask questions ahead of time. You can see the date of what each forum post is for, if you want to ask questions ahead of time, as these streams are going to be uploaded onto our YouTube. They will be on our Twitch for some time, but Twitch automatically deletes them after a certain time, and I go through and upload them whenever I can to YouTube. As well as within the Discord, you'll also see information about the other office hours, whether it be the two office hours that are on Sundays, which is the moderation office hours and Proox's Resonance podcast hours, the purple hour, which J4 does every other week, Prime Time, which is Probable Prime's office hours on Discord every Tuesday, and on Wednesdays, yours truly also do streams, sometimes with Rue, another artist on the team, on Wednesdays, about the same time we usually start, and on Fridays, and the first Friday of each month, usually, we do a recap stream as well. So, definitely a lot to look at and look forward to. And at this point, be a good time. If you have any more questions, I suggest going to the Office Hours channel in the forums, and you all have a good one. Bye-bye. Take care. Good morning or evening. And there.